Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage.
I also brought some dumplings. These are supposed to be for good luck or whatever. So
Okay.
I just any
It's the New
excuse
Year
to eat
today?
dumplings. Yeah, today is Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year.
Ooh,
How's
yeah,
that
Chinese
hat?
New
Is it
Year.
keeping you warm? That's
Are you
good.
gonna do one of those?
Oh, Chinese New Year. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, fucking
God
Jesus.
damn. I knew it was gonna happen. It still got
Now
me.
that dog's definitely not coming in here. He's like, what the fuck kind of soprano bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so have a dumpling for,
right.
for good luck in the new year.
Happy
These
Chinese
are
New
good.
Year, guys.
These are good
Oh, yeah,
dumplings.
I'll pass it.
Yeah, when you dip the sauce, dip the sauce.
The sauce? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a
big
little
time.
How do they do it on the videos where they like
oh like mukbang.
mukbang is like
Put it on your throat.
yeah.
What is inside the dumpling?
It's pork.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's not halal. So
right. All right.
I feel like mukbang is like
yeah, where they're like really like yeah.
yeah. Oh, it also kind of feels racist when I do it with dumplings. I should have just done it with. See if we have like a bologna sandwich, I could do mukbang. This
Something
is
really
less.
American to mukbang.
Yeah.
was. It just sounds way dirtier than it is. But I think it is kind of like sexual. Like
Mukbang?
yeah.
Oh,
like, I think people
I
are,
think people are coming to
Wasn't
it, right?
that the show that we just did? Some lady was like, "Do you even know what a mukbang is?"
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah. Like, cool.
She got
That's
very
great.
offended by the
What a
mukbang.
weird like
Yeah.
heckle. Like I draw the line.
Yeah.
I will say
All
that
those
some of
racist
it.
jokes are fine.
Yeah,
But
do
this
you
mukbang
even-
stuff? I took
Yeah.
it serious.
That's not what you do with food.
Mukbang's interesting because I think it is like AMSR kind of, and like watching people like there's like different part of like the consumption. But I think it's weird when you see people eat like weird food.
Yeah.
Too.
Or there's a lot of people that will eat like crabs with the head still on it and shit like that.
I sent him a video the other day of somebody just eating a fish. Like she was fucking going, dude.
Yeah.
Well, the reason that I find those videos interesting is because there's like there's such like an aspect of food where like if there's an apocalyptic situation, there's a huge aspect of food that I would not know how to eat.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean? Like when it came down, because you can watch that and be like, well, I'm never gonna eat fish like that. But if it came down to it, I wouldn't even know how to eat fish like that.
Right.
How to eat a pickled
You know?
fish? I mean, I guess just not the bones.
Bro, she looked like she was fucking.
Yeah, she like ate the whole thing. There was like guts.
She
in
took
it and
like she
everything.
took like she was like gut
don't like
out,
that.
and then she chopped it. And she was like, I was like, bro.
Somehow I've stumbled upon this guy that he's doing these videos every day where he's eating raw chicken every day until he has a tummy ache.
That's great. I love that.
watching
just
this
lie.
guy.
Just watching this dude. And one day he's like in the hospital and he's still eating raw chicken. But
Yeah, it's great.
I don't know what he was in the
I
hospital
love
for.
watching people kill themselves too.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a fun thing.
From someone who's had salmonella before, not worth it. Not
Yeah.
worth the likes. I thought I was gonna die. I got salmonella one time in.
You doing the tummy ache challenge?
Yeah.
No, I was eating. I was on like a soccer trip and they had like a bunch of free chicken sandwiches they got for us.
That's how you get salmonella free
And-
chicken sandwiches.
and
You
one
gotta
was like
pay for it.
It was like not cooked. I mean, it was like definitely not cooked. But
Cool.
we were like starving. You know,
Yeah.
we've been playing in a soccer tournament all day. I didn't really realize it until I get like partway through, and I'm like, oh, this actually,
It's pink.
That's
this
awesome.
actually looks kind of medium,
Yeah.
medium rare.
We love that these kids are playing soccer. Also, maybe almost die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that was like it was. I'm sure they like got the sandwiches donated or something. So
Right.
they were just like, whatever.
Just throw them in and
Just
get
give
them out.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get them out.
What's the worst that could happen besides death?
Yeah. So I didn't die, but I was really, really sick.
Cool.
It was like, like a very, like a, like a stomach bug, but extra bad. It was like super painful.
Yeah.
Like at first I thought I might have appendicitis because it hurt so bad. And then I was just sick for like a long time. And then they're like,
Dude,
did you eat? I
A
would
good tummy ache will put you down.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was really bad. And it went on for so
It
long.
wasn't good. It was bad.
It was. I can't even begin to describe. I really did think I was gonna die. Like I ended up going to the ER. Like my mom was like, she never took me to the doctor, so she was like, okay, I'll take you to the ER, which means it was bad, you know. She was like, all right, you probably
fucking
are
pussy.
gonna die. Like, oh yeah.
Oh, you guys ate raw chicken? All right, no,
Okay,
we should go.
all right,
We should go.
So I had to
The
go to
free
ER
chicken sandwiches?
and yeah, and I had like I was sick for probably like 2 weeks and coming out of both ends.
God damn, dude.
Just
Yeah, that is the wild when you start to turn into like a spigot. And
Yeah.
it's just
Oh, yeah.
one way or the other.
You're like, I don't know which way this is coming out.
And I was like,
Something's wrong.
I was like, how do I even have anything left?
You got to
in
throw
me,
up in
you
your
know?
tub for your last
Yeah,
resort.
Yeah, lean over.
That's not bad.
I've been
Yeah.
there, dude.
I got a canteen from Goodwill and just filled it up with water and
Great.
without washing it, just completely drank out of it.
What are you fucking? What?
Wow.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
What are you dumb?
What are you, a dumb idiot?
A bad camper.
Did you get a tummy ache?
Yeah. Yeah. It was one of the out both ends kind of thing. And it was crazy because you
Because
could
it's like mold in there. Who
Yeah.
knows what was in there?
I don't know.
Mold.
Yeah.
You went,
Asbestos.
I wash the T-shirts that I buy from Goodwill. Why wouldn't you wash the thing that you're putting into your? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's like I dosed myself with whatever
Hell yeah,
was in
dog.
there.
Well, now you can drink the water in
Molds.
Mexico.
I mean, it's probably mold.
Black hole, probably.
Yeah, dude.
And we were in a canyon when it happened. So we had
Oh,
to
so you
like,
took it like on a camping trip?
yeah. No, I was like thinking I was.
You were like,
Getting rugged.
I gotta prep. I gotta make sure I have clean underwear. But I'm not gonna wash this container.
A moldy water bottle.
We had plenty of Gatorade. But yeah, I fucked up. And then we had to get out of the canyon. And it was like I could literally drink water and then it would come out the next moment. And it wasn't until.
I hate that because you're like body work, just
Yeah.
work for 2
that point, you're
seconds
like-
and just like let this lie for a
Yes.
minute, bro.
I just
Yeah.
need some water. I'm
At that point,
thirsty.
you're like, I could probably just better off drinking creek water at this point.
Yeah.
Straight from the stream.
Yeah.
Dude, I wanted them to take me out back and just end it.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
done.
yeah. Well, they do say
Cabin
in
in the Woods
apocalyptic
style.
situations,
Horse with a broken leg.
they say like first 90 days, you're gonna take out a lot of the population.
A lot of people
And
are not
then
gonna make it.
first 6 months,
Like if
a lot of
there's a
people won't
famine.
make it after that because of like spoiled food,
Yeah.
water, things like that. Yeah.
Drinking water.
No, I know, not a famine. I mean,
Just
like,
an apocalyptic event.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
power
yeah.
outage
Yeah, yeah.
for a-
I mean,
or
like
something.
good old fashioned prepper
Yeah.
shit.
I've
Well-
been getting like way too into politics lately.
Yeah.
And so I've been stumbling on, somehow I stumbled on YouTube a speech that a NATO general gave.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
And he was just like, people need to be ready.
You need to have
People need to be,
water.
they need to have water. They need to have radios with batteries.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, what? Like, oh no, I need to buy.
This crate is about to fucking blow, bro.
I need to buy some guns, I think, is what I need to buy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Water
Protect
guns.
my children. Yeah,
That's
water
two birds,
guns.
one stone, dude.
Huh?
That's 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, water guns. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You can always put like gasoline in the fence, you know?
Somebody comes in here to kill you and you have a water gun and they're like, oh my God, I was so thirsty.
This is
Just solves
perfect.
the problem. Yeah.
I'll trade you some bullets
Yeah.
for some water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
But like, you know what I mean? Like canned food and stuff like that. Like some of these people are like, it lasts 20 years. It's already been in your house for 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got some time.
True.
I definitely think that the like
The Best Buy dates, do you think that those are real? Do you think they just want
No.
us to throw out?
I mean, obviously you shouldn't take advice from me. I was just talking about how I ate raw chicken and got sick. But
He takes free sandwiches. Don't take advice from him.
yeah,
Have you taken food out of the dumpsters?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely, dude. I actually
Just so the listeners, if you want to know,
I'm a
Elliot
dumpster
is a
diver.
dumpster diver.
Oh, yeah.
that is a sort of, you know,
What did
hobby
Zach
of
call
mine.
himself the other day?
An alley gazer.
An alley gazer,
He's like,
yeah.
I'm not quite getting in the dumpsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
If there's
You know,
something on the alley.
If there's something
I
on
get
the
that,
outside,
dude.
he
needed
gets
some
it. Yeah.
furniture, you
Yeah.
know, a nice table.
You might get bed bugs that way.
Alley gazer.
No, I mostly
People
I,
get bed bugs
I
like
do
that.
get a lot of food. Mostly I feed it to my chickens.
Oh, from the dumpsters.
Mostly.
And they'll
dumpster
eat
food
anything,
goes to the
dude.
chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll eat
They're
anything.
carnivores.
But I
Yeah.
definitely do
They're
get
gnarly.
Kind of. I don't know what they're actually considered. What are they
Dinosaurs.
considered?
They're omnivorous.
Omnivorous.
Yeah, they eat a lot of. They really like though, especially in the wintertime. Like in the summer, they eat like grass and stuff from the garden. So in the winter, like if I see like lettuce or something and it's all gross, like yeah, they love that shit. They
I
go
bet.
to town on it. And I have a little thing where like I put it on I have like a little spike on a chain. So like if I get like a head of lettuce, I'll just like stab it through, and then it's like a little.
It's a game.
Yeah, like the
'Cause
tether
they
ball.
peck at
It's
it
like
and
tether
it moves.
ball.
Yeah,
You know?
it moves around.
Dude, I saw a video yesterday of a little kid playing tetherball with a fucking kangaroo.
How did the kangaroo do? Was it good?
It hit
Wait
back to
a
it.
second. Wait a second. The ball was a kangaroo, or
The kangaroo was playing tetherball.
oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Like
What
the
is
kid-
animal
The
abuse?
way you said it sounded
I
like
see
that
that,
you rolled
yeah.
up a kangaroo, and instead of a ball,
That does sound like something they would
he
do in
was-
Australia.
Yeah.
That's like how they punish bad kangaroos.
yeah.
Bad Joey.
The
Bad
kangaroo hit
Joey.
it back to him, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I believe it.
Chickens are wild though. Like you can throw meat. Like you can throw. We were talking about the other day. You can take like if you go hunting and you have a deer, you can take the skull and throw it out there, and they'll fucking
Really?
They'll clean it.
They'll
Probably
clean
not
it
my
up for you.
chickens. They're
Yeah.
old, but they'll eat. Sometimes I feed them fish that I catch, and they'll clean the
Tight.
fish. Like I mean, I cook the fish usually because I'm worried about parasites. I don't think I probably have to, but
Yeah.
in like. Not even kidding. Like 20 minutes, it's just like a skeleton. It's like in a cartoon, you know. Like they just like
Oh, like
Yeah.
the cats.
like a
Oh,
cat in a
dude.
cartoon.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
You go out there and it's just straight skeleton in like 15 minutes. And they'll like really fight over it too.
My friend's
it's
got
fun.
chickens and she'll throw mice at them.
Really?
Yeah, she'll
yeah.
catch some mice and then she'll throw it at them, and they're
Like
like,
fucking terrible.
yeah.
That's
I'm
like
bing.
The
in there.
Coliseum.
Yeah,
Oh,
one of my chickens really likes eating mice, and sometimes the first time we saw her eat one, we were like worried because it was such a huge mouse, and they don't have teeth, like they can't chew.
Right.
So she like eats it like it looked like the way like you see alligators in movies. You know, she was
Yeah,
like,
she's
throwing it up in the air. And,
Because they're fucking dinosaurs.
Right.
they are
They're little
yeah,
T-Rexes.
They're little dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that's my apocalypse solution. You know, like if shit hits the fan, like I got eggs, you know, I
Yeah.
got chickens, they're gonna at least lay
Lizzie, what are you bringing to the
couple
table?
eggs.
I have some water bottles.
Got some canned goods.
I have some unexpired. yeah, I have
got any batteries?
non-expired. I got batteries.
All right.
I have bug out bags, and then I have bug in containers at the house.
Oh, so you've got an emergency kit.
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
prepared
yeah.
for inside and outside?
Yeah, you know, listen,
in
the
and bug
pandemic. The pandemic fucked with a lot of us,
Yeah.
and
True.
I found TikTok, and then prepper side of TikTok found me, and I got a little weird.
Yeah.
And I kept on buying stuff.
I definitely
So
keep.
supplies for sure, I think would be okay.
I've definitely I've kept the cabinet more stocked since COVID. You know what I mean? Like
It's smart for sure.
I mean, I think in a reasonable way. Like I definitely wasn't going.
Some
and
people go
buying, like,
crazy. Like when you
true.
watch some videos, some people are like, some prepper shit is crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, apples, right? Wasn't he
Oh,
on?
is he a prepper?
He
Yeah,
was
big
on
time.
Doomsday
Yeah,
Preppers,
he's
the
found
like
Doomsday Preppers, that's
Discovery
right.
Channel.
that doesn't really surprise
That
me.
doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me at all.
Dude,
That's-
my
I think he
like,
turned
I
the
bring
bunker
jokes
into
to
a
the
comedy
table.
club.
He already has
Yeah.
an apocalypse name.
No, you can't be called apples though in the apocalypse because people are gonna get hungry and want to eat you. You know what I mean?
does,
He's
yeah.
like a fat little piggy.
Yeah,
It does sound like a-
He knows that. That's why he built a bunker.
These motherfuckers are coming, dude.
Yeah.
It does sound like the leader of a brothel.
Yeah.
Like you go to Apples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is weird when you watch those videos because there's some weird information, and Elliot is one of the people that will listen to me talk about it.
Oh yeah, we talk about this sometimes because I have a big garden and stuff, and so
Yeah.
there's like a lot of crossover when you like are on like garden TikTok. There's like, oh, this is like somebody with a garden, and then it's like, okay, this is like
And a room underneath it.
like it's like you know, there's a thin line between I have a garden, I try to like grow as much of my own food to like, and then I can everything and I date it,
Yeah.
and also I got guns.
Yeah.
And
And
also,
it's like okay,
Well, that's-
I just like to garden. I'm not really preparing for the
think-
apocalypse.
Yeah.
you know?
I know I've heard this joke. It might even be yours about Lizzie about how like you go far enough left and you go right.
Oh yeah.
You
the
know?
horseshoe
Horseshoe theory.
Yeah.
Horseshoe theory, yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Where like you can doomsday prep because you want to save
What-
the humans, or because you're
Mm-hmm.
preparing for when there's no more humans.
What I do think there's definitely there's a little bit of a pipeline too from people who like start as like kind of the clean living hippies, and then they
Right.
slowly get them with like, you know what else needs to be clean? Your bloodline.
Yeah, it's,
Keep your food clean and
Yeah.
don't let your kids date. COVID.
And also, have you talked to your uncle lately? Because he is interested.
that pipeline's called the Alaskan
yeah,
pipeline.
they don't
off grid. But
Well, I mean, it is self-sufficient, right? That's the idea. Is that
Yeah.
like people get these farms or these hobby farms, and listen,
The autonomy.
We love them. This is
Yeah.
like that's what we want to do. That would be the best if we could do that. But there
Yeah.
is a piece then where you go also like, okay, well now I have 30 chickens and I'm getting like 40 eggs a day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I have to
Yeah.
figure out how to deal with this thing.
Yeah.
And
You gotta start
then,
aborting some of those eggs.
yeah, or the vegetables or like things
Yeah.
like that. So then they learn how to cook more and stuff like that. Then they learn how to can.
Yeah.
Yeah, the canning is huge
And canning's
because
cool.
then
Canning's
you get
cool.
it, especially when you're in a. I'm from Florida where you can grow vegetables year round.
Right.
Yeah.
right,
I'm
right.
not used to these seasons where, like, right now,
Mm-hmm.
no peppers are going on outside.
yeah, you're out of luck. Yeah, I canned
Yeah,
a
canned
lot
a
of
little bit.
tomatoes this year because so last spring I started a lot of tomato, like baby tomato plants as like a little side hustle, which it did. I was able to sell a lot of them.
I feel like I remember you dishing them out outside of shows.
Yeah, I was
He's
bringing
always
them
selling
down.
something. If you
Yeah.
see Elliot at a show, he probably
have
has something
something
for
I
sale.
have an agricultural product
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
am pushing.
Yeah,
probably.
It could get you high, or it could just be nice for your tum.
Yeah, and I was like trying to barter. I was like, everybody needs a
Both come with
tomato
a crystal.
plant, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, because I started so many, like I couldn't sell all of them, and then I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna plant like 30 tomato plants. Like,
Yeah, you overdo it. You just
just
overdo
gonna
it.
plant them any place I can. Like I had some in the front yard, they were everywhere. And
On
so,
Colfax.
so I was like, yeah. So we canned a bunch. We canned a bunch of tomatoes, and we made a bunch of sauce.
But then the chickens will eat them too, so that's nice. You know?
Yeah, they love the tomatoes. And actually, I still have, like the green ones in the fall. I have like a few left that have like slowly been turning red. That probably taste terrible, but
Yeah.
I still have a couple. I never thought I'd get sick of like garden fresh tomatoes, but I officially did.
Yeah,
It reminds me of holes.
Yeah.
Like the jars of the peach
Peaches?
jam or whatever it is.
But
Yeah.
see, that's cute. That stuff's cute, right? We like a jam. We like a little
true.
fresh
So
When
tomato
you've got,
sauce.
like a bucket, food grade bucket full of like grain or something.
Right. Yeah. Flour. You can do all those
Sugar.
things. Those are cute. But what happens is once you start to go to a different level of canning on TikTok,
Oh yeah,
it gets fucking gross.
We were
bro.
talking about this lady that's canning like meat.
Meat,
Ooh.
like chicken, like she's canning, like she's like, I just bought these from Walmart and they were on sale, so I'm gonna can
Free
them and I'm gonna, and she's like putting meat into these like mason jars.
That's not gonna.
The clear part is what makes it so gross. Like
Yeah.
if it was an
It's
opaque
wild.
jar, like,
Yeah.
I don't need to see it because you think about like, okay, well I eat tuna fish out of a can,
Right.
or I eat
True.
like, or there's chicken out of a can and stuff like that. I've had that,
Yeah.
but in a mason
yeah, you
jar.
can't see it.
Or like
Yeah,
a chicken
yeah, yeah.
dip.
Like,
And that chicken's like processed. That comes out of a
Right,
can
it's like
usually.
white processed, and
Yeah.
you're like, I think they bleached
been
this,
cooked a
you know?
little bit,
Yeah. This is like,
well,
this
she's
is like,
cooking it in the can, right? Probably, or
The can cooks it.
no,
Well,
like,
like
so
you
like when you,
water
it's
bath
raw
or
when you go
something.
Oh,
in,
it's like
and then
fermenting?
it kind of cooks a
Probably
little bit.
fermenting, Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of cooks a little bit.
That's how they make Bud Light, right?
That stuff's gross. It's canned chicken. It's mason jar chicken.
Do you ever?
It gets fucking weird quick, and that's where I start to go like, all right, well, I don't know, maybe I will die in
It
the
probably
apocalypse.
is a quick pipeline to chemtrails as well. I bet.
Yeah.
dude. Well, did you guys hear that the glitter gate was the military? Have you guys heard this
Whoa!
theory?
Yeah.
All right,
What is Glittergate?
that's
And
something
remember
I
we were
need to
talking
know
about the horseshoe?
What's going on with glitter?
We did it
So,
on
so
this
the,
podcast.
the glitter gate. There was a interview that somebody who like there's only like a couple companies that make glitter,
Okay.
and one of like the heads of one of these major companies.
It's like a monopoly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. It's got to be.
Yeah.
But the one of the major like glitter manufacturers, they were like,
I'm sorry, like glitter, like you like.
Strippers. glitter.
yeah, like for celebrations.
Cool. I thought like MDMA, like
Oh, like
at
a cool
rave,
drug?
but you thought titties, and I like the way your mind's
Oh,
working.
that or lip gloss.
Hell yeah, dog.
So basically, they were like interviewing this lady, and they were like, who like does like who's buying all the glitter? And she was like, well,
China.
She was like, the party industries or whatever, and like the adult entertainment or whatever. But then she was like, one of our biggest clients, I'm not able, like, I can't say who it is.
Kids.
It's the military. or
And
what?
so,
kids.
yeah, so the theory is that, the military uses glitter.
Infant military.
And
To
it's like,
make them gay.
That's the bomb that makes everyone
Yeah, it's,
gay.
it's biological. No,
Welcome
it's-
to boot camp,
But it
bitches.
is. It's
That's why
it's
Russia's
wrapped up
so
in
mad.
the chemtrail thing. Apparently,
What is it?
they
What
use
is that?
glitter to mess up enemy radar or something.
Really?
That's like the theory. It's
What?
like it's conspiracy, but
I feel like
apparently
I did see a video on Instagram.
the
about
military is like allegedly the #1 buyer of glitter.
That. Yeah.
And it's unclear what they're using it for.
What are you taking notes on?
Well, actually,
Are
this
you going to
is.
look that up? Are you with the military? You have to tell us.
I'm actually
it's
with-
It's a law.
I'm with Big Glitter.
That's why I cut his hair.
Yeah, you got a corporate job as a glitter spokesperson.
He's a glitter lobbyist.
Lobbyist.
I've been watching.
So dumb.
Me and my girlfriend have been watching Fargo.
Okay. hell
So we're
yeah.
on the second season right now.
It's so good.
So
It is
like my
such a good
mind
show.
immediately went to just like a gun with a silencer and just like taking both of us out and like you know, like there's too many people
knows
die
too
in that
much.
show and you're just like, oh well, that's what happened. I'm actually with Big Glitter. Pop pop pop.
I have an MIB flash thing and it just shoots glitter everywhere.
It just shoots glitter into the camera.
There's glitter in my eye.
But we need to introduce our guests.
Oh, you need to introduce us.
That's really what. And then we kind of
Somebody's
just.
got to keep us on track.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here to do. Exactly. We are very honored. Thank you guys for coming on. We've got WolfHawk Comedy,
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Elliot Broder, Lizzie Wolfson.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Glitter
Hell
will
yeah,
happen right
dog.
now.
So, and today is Lunar New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy Chinese New Year,
Chinese New
guys.
Year.
Oh, I'm sorry. We ate that food on camera. Didn't tell anybody why, so nobody knows.
I think he did
For
say
the
it,
first
but I don't-
25
Maybe he said
minutes,
it.
everybody is like, "Why were they just eating one dumpling?"
Yeah.
We had a
dumplings.
charcuterie board a couple weeks ago.
Oh
so
hell yeah, dog!
it's becoming a theme, I guess.
I love that.
Yeah, well, you know, like I was looking up the stuff that they do for Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year. I think it's either one, but
It's not like we're not going to celebrate.
yeah.
It
I
doesn't
was
feel
like-
racist to say Chinese New Year, right?
No, that's what it is.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I
just
just
saying.
say, well, I say Lunar New Year because I think
Sure.
other countries also celebrate.
It's
just
not
basically-
just
Oh, do they?
Chinese.
Yeah,
Okay,
anyone
well,
who's
man.
on the lunar calendar, which it's mostly China.
I think it's
Yeah.
Korea as well.
But yeah, I think some of the other Asian countries and probably Eastern Russia, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
either way, I was looking
Speaking
it up.
of, look at that hat.
Yeah.
This is my
Oh boy,
comrade
is
hat.
staying warm out there.
Yeah, man, I'm not messing around. It's miserable out there today.
Yeah.
It's been snowing all day. But either way, I looked up what you do for Chinese New Year. Not that I was like really gung ho and celebrating, but then they're like, yeah, so you eat dumplings and spring rolls for prosperity. And I was like, ah, perfect. That's
Perfect. I love eating.
I love
and
eating. And I think seafood. Supposed to eat seafood too, and then citrus, I think, and then giving gifts to kids. So I brought you a gift for your
my children.
your offspring.
Oh, I thought he
seed.
brought a gift for you.
That's, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can play
There's
with it
just-
too. It's the
Yeah, I
snap
might.
pops; those are fun.
Yeah. I might.
There's 5
set some
adults
off
in
the
here,
house.
4 adults in here, and he's like, and I got a gift for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another
Because
thing.
you're a
It's,
big baby.
Yeah.
it's good luck to give gifts to kids, and like I have some kids that live next to me, but I didn't feel like giving them gifts. I feel like
Well, I
Imagine
appreciate it.
Elliot never,
In
like,
that
not
hat?
knowing
just knocking
that
on my neighbor's
family,
door. Oh, hey,
walking over in this hat, in the snow, with a paper bag being like,
This
it's
is for your
Chinese New
kids."
Year. This is for your kids.
And also, by the way, I'm legally obligated to do this at every house in the neighborhood.
I'm your neighbor.
There is
Would you like
glitter
to talk
in
to
it.
about? Would you like to learn the? Never mind. This is.
More about our
I'm here
lunar
to talk
lord.
to you about Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
And your
like,
extended
please
warranty
leave.
on your
Yeah.
car.
Our Lord of Light, G.
Yeah.
Have
He
you
just
heard of our
takes glitter?
savior Joseph Stalin?
I love it.
Yeah, I'm
That's
here to
great.
tell you guys about communism.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hat does look like a comrade's cum rag.
Yeah, I got well here. This is the best part. I
Is that what you guys like coming in? You like coming in fur?
Yeah.
It's warm.
Lavish. No, it folds down. I got this when I first moved out here, and it's like my ice fishing hat because it is so warm.
What's the animal?
Plus.
Beaver?
Well, actually, it's funny that you say that
Joshua?
because it is. The tag is 100% in Russian, so I don't know what it's
Oh,
made
actually,
of.
no. Oh, okay, cool.
I
Wow.
think it's rabbit.
It's human.
I'd like to say that it's
Ukrainian.
because
It's
that's
Ukrainian.
what it is.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Not anymore. That's a good head of hair.
But yeah, it saved my life my first year in Colorado because I didn't understand that like
The
Also-
hat game is crucial.
game changer.
Bug out bag,
Oh yeah.
nice. Bug in bag, also nice. Because
Yeah.
you'll lose heat, so you want to make sure.
So, yeah, it's now like my ice fishing
Oh,
hat.
yeah.
I like to think
Bear
it's
down.
Good luck.
Okay.
You gotta, the serious ice fishermen always be wearing fur hats.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd get called out if you weren't. It's like truckers not wearing hats. They just don't.
You
There's a
got
bunch
to.
of ice fishermen, and you're just wearing a regular hat, and they're like, fucking
poser.
You're gonna find a different hole around here, buddy.
They're just calling the one dude in a regular hat a homo, but they all look like homos in their fucking beaver hats.
They're all sharing one hole.
and it's Elliot's.
Yeah, and like a lot of times they get in little huts. Like who knows what's going on in there? You know?
A yurt.
Yeah,
Little
you're.
ice hut.
I've also been watching True Detective season 4, and that's what they're doing in there.
Is it good?
Alaska.
This is a lot of cold television for you.
Yeah, I'm actually like very tired right now. It's because I spent like half the night last night
Watching Fargo?
watching True.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
watching Fargo
Yeah.
season 2.
It's so good.
It's just so good, and that's
Yeah.
what messed me up. But that's also we started watching that because we like season 4 True Detective, and everybody's like, "Oh, Fargo's like kind of similar, like where
Okay.
it's like,
Oh.
yeah, where it's like a story for the episode, and there's
100%.
like, you know." And so we're like, "All right, we'll do that one," and then I just stayed up, and then now I'm
it's-
tired all day.
It's like not exactly the Fargo like movie, but it's like inspired
yeah,
by
yeah.
enough to where
Yeah.
they do different shout outs to Coen Brothers films the whole time. There's like a Big Lebowski who's not chill and he's like
Yeah.
mean the whole time, but he's still like he like drops a joint while he's driving and like
Yeah.
it's got like nods at all of the Coen Brothers movies throughout.
There's the Easter eggs, right? That's what they call them.
Totally.
Oh my god, this thing's gonna fucking. All right. But yeah,
I just can't
Easter
let these
eggs,
dumplings.
and
I
also
saw it
there's
coming,
there's a lot of podcasts that like go through each episode. You know, like there's episode podcasts,
Dives.
podcasts with doing each episode.
Yeah.
Where they like bring up others. So now I want to like listen to the podcast and then watch. The
Oh, yeah.
episode
Really
again.
into the show.
You know what? I'm not into a lot of shows. So then once I get into it, then we binge it.
You sink
Yeah.
your teeth in.
Yeah.
Plus,
So then-
there's nothing like lore. I
Yeah.
love it when people can start talking about the world of something and the bigger and bigger it gets.
Yeah,
And
for
that's-
sure.
That's why the Bible slaps.
Okay.
lost
If
it
we,
on
yeah.
I wouldn't call that very good.
Have you guys heard of my Lord and Savior?
If you really get into it, there's
Yeah.
a lot of discrepancy.
looking at you, I thought you were gonna say Lord of the Rings, not our Lord and Savior. But fair. Okay.
Yeah, actually, that's funny you bring that up because I actually watched the
Jesus.
Lord of the Rings last night.
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
The whatever the last one is, the
Return of the King.
Return of the King,
Yeah,
which
Tolkien's version of Passover.
Hell yeah. There you go. See?
but it was so good, man. I forgot how I hadn't watched it since like it first came out.
Yeah.
And, I started watching it because I was trimming weed, and I was like, "This is perfect. This lasts a long time."
You were what?
I was trimming weed.
Oh, I thought you said tripping, and I was like,
That would be weird.
Yeah, that'd
That
be a
would
weird movie
that'd
to
be
watch
scary.
tripping. Yeah.
yeah.
All the orcs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I forgot how good it was, man. Like I was almost in tears by the end, even though like I know how it ends. It's just like,
Yeah, but also imagine how hopeful you would feel while you're tripping. Like,
Yeah, you'd be like-
when they're outside the gate and Aragorn turns around, he's like, "Today we fight." You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
oh god, that would be intense.
yeah, dude, you'd be ready. You'd be ready to fight some orcs, dude.
For Frodo. And then he runs.
That is interesting that you say that because I actually don't really get into like movies like that, but I'll watch like seasons of shows.
Yeah, I feel like now that's more popular than movies almost.
Yeah, like I
There's
never
more
like
to
was
it.
like I was never like, oh, I have to watch like all the Star Wars. Like I mean I did watch some of the Star Wars, but that was just for Natalie Portman.
Yeah, that makes
You
sense.
know?
That totally
That-
checks
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I haven't
And
seen
it still
any,
took
like,
it
the
still
new
took
Disney
15
ones.
years for me to come out of the closet. I came out and everybody was like, "Yeah, you probably like had like crushes when you were younger," and I was like, "Oh, that's why I watched 3 episodes of Star Wars."
The worst ones.
Yeah, the worst ones. Yeah, but fucking Natalie in that white fucking like
Outfit.
dude.
Hey,
that fucking slaps
The
for
makeup
everybody,
that she
bro.
has.
I was a
She
young
does
boy
look-
when that was out. I fucking get it for sure.
Hell yeah,
There was
bro.
an
She had
awakening.
like the stunt double lady too. That,
Oh
like,
my
just
god,
like
it was
her,
so
you know?
cool.
Yeah,
When she
yeah.
like
Oh.
walks up to the boss and she's like, "I am actually
Yeah.
The princess.
Oh,
Really-
yeah.
yeah.
That's it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
That's bad.
Yeah, that
That's like-
hits.
yeah. I think I've seen a porn just like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about that. Yeah, I'm gonna think about that later.
Dude, have y'all seen that? I got an ad last week for this this Star Wars based burlesque show that's coming to Denver. Has anybody gotten that?
Yeah.
Is Natalie Portman in it?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but it's.
All right.
I mean, it's probably
Unfortunately.
the same vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like North Colorado's version.
Yeah.
Natalie Thornton.
Natalie Thornton. Ooh, he's quick on his feet. Look at that, huh?
That's good. That's Natalie Thornton would probably be a little bit thinner
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
she's on meth.
And
Yeah,
knowing
exactly. I was gonna say instead of a lightsaber, she has a
Yeah.
meth pipe. Yeah.
She's got a different kind of torch.
and to the tune of burlesque, normally they're thinner.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I'm not gonna go or anything. But I've gotten a couple of paid ads on social media for this, like the sexiest show in the galaxy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
hell
like
yeah.
the Empire strips back.
Yeah, that's.
I've gotten
exactly-
hit with it
That's
for sure.
amazing. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. You guys are in the same algorithm. That's cute.
It's yeah. Can you imagine that's just like a nerd fest so hard.
Oh,
over
for
there.
sure,
It's
yeah.
like,
I think so, but it's also going to be a mix of people that are like, isn't it like so like
oh,
I feel
artistic. Like they're gonna be like, oh, this is artsy. I
yeah,
love this.
exactly. Like, and it's like watching the Home Alone or done by the orchestra.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
like
right,
such
right,
a
right.
niche group of
Yeah.
like,
it's high. Up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then there's
yeah.
just gonna be some fatties in the back with cum in their pants, being like, yeah, this
Sure,
fucking hits, dude.
if you squint, she looks just like
no, I want to
Leia.
go out for another beer. I gotta go home. I gotta go home.
Yeah, they probably charge a lot for the meet and greet after because the cast is just like, I don't want to deal with these.
Yeah,
people.
for sure.
I'm not giving them hugs.
Ooh, yeah, meet and greet afterwards. I mean, you have to pay for that, right? Even if you can pay for it, I think it's a
Yeah.
bad idea.
Oh God, can you imagine?
People are weird with comics.
Yeah.
It's not like comics are going up there like
Even at
showing
like
their
brewery shows,
titties.
people are weird.
Yeah, dude. There's some people that will do at this like a certain level of their comedy, they will charge for meet and greets just like to weed some people out
Yeah.
because people are fucking like they're grabby. Especially
Yeah.
like depending on the sex, like women, like other women are grabby with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like they just did a comedy show in like a huge sweatshirt and jeans, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I think a part of that is that comedy's like rock and roll right now. Like
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that
yeah.
it is so
It's having its
celebrity.
moment.
Yeah, it's also like the only thing that is like kind of like cutting edge and exciting and fun.
Well, with podcasts, also people feel more of a personal connection too.
That's
Totally.
true.
You know what I
They
mean?
know
So they
you.
think they
Yeah,
can
they
like
think,
you know grab their side boob or something while
You
they're
can
on.
tweet people and like reach
Yeah.
out to them that
Yeah.
day.
We're pretty accessible to
Yeah.
our fans.
But not our bodies.
All
Our
seven of
bodies
you.
aren't accessible to you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that is wild. Touching is off limits.
it's
Yeah.
so weird, and I mean,
It's like
I'm weird about like I like always try to ask people like, hey, do you hug? Like,
Are you a
hug if you're-
hugger?
If you're into that, but I know it makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and like sometimes even just like if it's my girlfriend, if I'm not expecting it, I'm like, okay, please stop touching me.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to focus.
Yeah.
I had a really funny idea. I gotta get this down. Your hands are cold.
That sounds spectrumy when you say that.
Oh, it totally
Yeah,
whole
a little,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, it
Everything you
100%
just
is.
said.
Don't touch me.
100%.
But I know you're not. You're
Well, yeah, I guess I did get. I'm ADD, which I think
ADHD.
ADHD, which I think they're. I got tested like last year for autism, and they said that I didn't quite make the cut. I had,
Damn, dude, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I had enough emotional intelligence.
Okay. hell
Maybe
yeah.
next year.
And now we murder you.
But,
Clear, go.
but I didn't realize though that with ADHD, like some of that, like some of the same things can happen, like having weird noise thing, having
Overstimulated and stuff like
overstimulation. Yeah,
that.
that's the word I'm looking for. Like and like not always feeling comfortable with.
I
like,
felt that
touch
a
and
lot
stuff.
during,
Yeah.
like, right out of the pandemic. Like, the first time I was in a room with
Yeah.
a bunch of people, I was like, wow, this is
Yeah.
crazy, huh? We're just allowed in here?
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. At that class that I was at today, there was this kid and he was making fun of the pandemic and he was like, yeah, I didn't really care like when it was happening. Like I would like still go out and stuff. And then in 30 seconds he went, so I'm 22. And I was like, you were 18.
Yeah.
Where were you going? The fucking park, bro?
Yeah.
What are you talking
Gonna go
about?
play on the swings. you
I
fucking
yeah,
jackass?
yeah. I was still about going out to the park to hang out with my friends and create like
I mean, the mall wasn't open, but we were there.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Just walked around the outside.
You know?
Just
I
me
can't
and
believe
Spencer.
bars were closed down, even though I wasn't allowed in them. Shut up.
Yeah, of course
Shut
you
up,
weren't
dude.
affected.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I like that all the bars did the alcohol to go. It was a
Yeah.
big thing to try to keep the bars.
And
in
then for a while they
business.
all had those like bubble things that you could
Yeah.
sit in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Outside?
that's cool.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
little weird domes. Yeah, those are pretty fun. I was thinking that after COVID was over, I'd be able to get my hands on a couple of those and turn them into greenhouses. You
Yeah.
know?
No, they
That'd be
still
cool.
have them up in some places.
Yeah, a lot of places still
A lot of
have
people,
them.
like, yeah. There's like
Might as
streets that never opened back up.
Yeah.
And they still like
Yeah.
even
Well,
They
on,
just
like,
took over the parking area.
like
and
outside
was
of
like,
ratio,
"This
like
is us
outside of
now."
ratio, like that just never opened back up.
I don't know if
after
if you spend much time in Old Town Arvada, but like you can't even drive through Old Town Arvada.
Oh,
anymore.
really?
Yeah, it's all closed
closed
off.
off.
Yeah.
It's all blocked off.
You
Still.
give them an inch, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I think that, like, I mean, I like a walkable street. You
I
know
love
what
a walkable street. It's fun.
Like
To the point
Larimer,
that it gets
like that section where you can
inconvenient.
just walk down by Comedy Works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying with parking, but once you learn the streets, then it's like probably fine.
Cool. Yeah.
And as long as you can get, as long as there's like a parking lot not too far away,
Yeah.
and then you just walk.
A crazy walkable street. We were just in Texas a few months ago. Is 6th Street on the weekends.
yeah.
They closed down blocks of 6th Street, and people are just fucking nutty on the street.
The
dude.
freaks come out at night.
Dude,
People they were drinking hard down
hard,
dude.
hard.
That's
Hard. And there's a bunch of like man on the street, like people that are like, I'm gonna get famous on TikTok. Come talk to me, drunk person. And
Yeah,
like
and we saw one guy a couple of days
Just news reporting on drunk imbeciles. You
Yeah,
know,
just
like the least
like an iPhone
reporting
and a
person.
microphone.
Yeah.
Like, like,
And there
what
were-
are you guys doing tonight? Getting the shit face?
And
I
there's a
love
guy
the
down
idea
there-
of also just recording people that do not need to be recorded, like in
Oh,
their
yeah.
last moment of needing to be put on
They're like,
permanent.
say the N word.
Well, I
are
mean,
your
while I'm in
thoughts?
Texas,
One of my favorites
It's
though was
legal.
there was a guy down there rapping, and he was like, it was like his shtick where he would freestyle.
Yeah.
but he was just screaming. He
That's
was
so
just
bad.
screaming to the beat.
oh, that's
It's like-
called Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah, if you yell loud enough, it just always sounds like it's.
sounds like Pearl Street, but like on cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very much a weird. It was a vibe for
Yeah.
sure.
It was a vibe.
I've when I only have been to Austin once, and like it is weird that there's like all those comedy spots all along that
Yeah.
walkway, so you do have to
sick.
just like
You have to walk through the chaos.
you dive back into the warp hole. And
No,
then
no, you have to walk through like 45 different bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
That are all wearing fluffy cowboy hats.
Fuck yeah. Fluffy cowboy hats.
That's what they do. They have like the cowboy hat, and then it has like the little like feathers around
yeah.
it, and they'll have like all like pink ones, and then like one white one, and then
Well,
she's
the
like,
cops
I'm
also-
the bride.
The cops have fuzzy handcuffs, to be fair.
Oh, that's why. it
Just for them. Yeah.
matches.
Yeah, there were the cops on horseback too down there when we were there. Then they were like, it was like a
It
total
pissed me off so
intimidation
much.
tactic.
Yeah.
They're like huge ass horses.
Pissed me off so much. So
Because they're dumping everywhere.
yeah, yeah, it's horse poop. That's my problem. That's
Not-
my issue with
Not
it.
police
Actually.
brutality.
Yeah, I'm worried about the
budget.
streets of Austin, not the puke that's on the streets of Austin, but it's the horse poop.
Horse poop.
No, when I was there before, we were talking about it too, but like just that it is totally intimidation because they can't actually do anything. Like even if you were to run away from them, horses can't run on cement like that, and they also have like half like draft horses that are not made for speed.
They're not agile. They're not.
They're literally
agile.
just to so like you said, they're literally
Draft.
just to intimidate you.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's
like a
just to
cop on a
intimidate
Segway, but
Yeah, but I mean, even a cop on a
Scary.
Segway might be able to catch you
Yeah.
if you were running straight. But like horses know, like it's slippery. They're not gonna like go. And
just poop everywhere.
so the first time I went to Austin, I was in a
run over a drunk
Uber,
person.
and I was with another comedian, and I was saying that very thing, and the nosy ass fucking Uber driver was like, "Well, I guess you've never been to a rodeo," and I was like. If you weren't driving right now, I want to stab you in the fucking head, bro. Shut up.
I've been to so many rodeos.
Yeah,
I think this is my first rodeo.
I've been rodeoing. I've been taking roping lessons.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
This
like,
is not my first rodeo.
Yeah, it's truly not my first rodeo. And also, rodeos are in arenas with
Yeah.
dirt. dumbass.
Yeah, not fucking cement.
Not like
Yeah.
wet cobblestone.
Yeah.
You take one turn, that horse is cutting you down. You take one turn, that horse is gonna come out from underneath itself. Especially some
God, how funny
doofy ass
would that
fucking
be?
draft
That'd be
horse.
Big overweight cop just eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The horse comes down on him.
I mean, listen, those
I
guys
also-
have guns down there, but if you just punched one of those horses and ran,
Yeah.
I
who
also
needs man on the street?
picture someone going into a building and then the cop can't because they can't
Yeah.
go
They
into
can't
the
sneak through.
yeah
They can't just get off their horse.
I gotta
They're
find a
like-
place to tie this up real quick. Stay put.
Is there a pole anywhere? Is there a pole? Can you just hold him? I'm just gonna go in. I'll be right back. But yeah,
or they walk out and someone's taking it.
somebody.
Their
somebody's
police cruiser was
trying-
stolen.
Dude, I love the idea that somebody goes up, punches the horse, starts running, and it's like, I'm just gonna turn off on this side, and they just shoot this motherfucker. They're like, no, it's Texas. We just have guns.
Yeah, I'll just fucking kill
We're not
you.
worried about our horses.
Yeah.
Quick, there's another cop horse in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I just like this guy. I guess you've never been to a rodeo. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you truly talking about right now?
Cops can't
Can
walk
I stay
around.
quiet? I couldn't. I was like too hungover, and I was like, yeah, dude, you're right. I've never been
Give
to a
him
rodeo.
Give him 1 star.
I
I've been to
can't.
plenty of rodeos.
Yeah. Yeah.
He thinks he knows more
That's
than me
what I
about
should have done.
horses.
1
Yeah.
star, and then commented, "This wasn't my first rodeo, dickhead."
Yeah.
Disrespect me and my horse knowledge.
And my knowledge of horses. Gosh, yeah.
Dude,
I am an
Also was
equestrian.
I'm an equestrian. Yeah. I spent a lot of money on a degree that I don't use. All right.
Let me have this.
Let me it's all like, yeah. Turns out my degree is extremely useless of equine science, but I do know that cement and horses don't match.
Do not mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't horses like not very good downhill too? I've heard that like on trails and stuff, they go pretty slow on the downhill.
Bad brakes.
Yeah.
Bad
Yeah.
brakes.
Mustangs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you would normally see them like running down hills. You know what I mean? Like there is like there's like kind of like an awkward like, all right, we're getting down here, motherfucker. You know what I mean? But they're not like running down a hill like I guess a human would. I mean a dog probably. Dog. I feel like a dog.
Well, wasn't it
can
they
run
said
down a
like
hill.
what like cows can go upstairs but not downstairs?
Sure, that's just
What?
stupid.
Yeah,
like,
cows-
they're
Is that
probably
real?
Just
Allegedly,
don't
it's
know.
hard to get cows downstairs.
it's harder to
Allegedly.
get
They
them
go
downstairs.
upstairs, yeah.
What is
Yeah.
the Mythbusters doing if they're not testing? Can cows go upstairs
Well,
and
actually,
downstairs?
you
I
guys-
don't know.
I have a great story about that from my university.
All right.
So I went to Auburn University. We're an ag school, and apparently back in the day, we have like a building with a big clock tower, and there's like a little there's like an open patio. So you go up 5 or 6 stories of stairs, and then there's like a little covered open space. And back in the day, kids from the ag school played a prank where they brought a cow
Up it.
all the way up there, and they couldn't get it back down.
Oh,
So
no.
they had to kill it there in the tower.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. You could just.
They killed it?
They killed it.
You
Yeah,
could
that was.
but you can make a ramp.
Well, this was also a long time ago, so this was like this was the early 1900s solution.
Okay, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Because Auburn's been one of the oldest public.
Is Auburn,
universities.
is Auburn in Alabama?
in
And
Alabama.
that makes sense. They're just fucking.
I want to see
Get rid
also
of it.
the one.
Yeah, but what are you doing with the dead cat? Like, we have to think of
Make
the
some
logistics. Where's the
steaks, I don't
blood going?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's a
Where's
lot
the
of blood.
guts
They,
going? Where's the? Yeah, it's a lot
They
of
just threw it off
blood.
the
Yeah.
side, I guess. I don't know.
No,
They didn't get into
wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So they just had to move it.
That's probably how they punished the students.
Hell
that
yeah.
brought it. They were like, this is.
Do you guys think this is funny? Do you think this is funny? Bang!
Yeah, that was their punishment. That was like when your dad
we
makes
just
you.
got a ramp. We could have got a ramp. They go downhill on ramps, just not stairs.
Like when your dad makes you smoke a whole pack of cigarettes. It's like,
Yeah,
you brought it up here. Now you got to kill and eat this whole
They
cow.
made
Yeah.
the cow
Now you gotta
smoke a
take it
whole
down
pack of
piece by
cigarettes.
piece. Yeah.
Piece. One mouthful at a time.
Oh God, dude.
They go in his show. They just go, "You guys better move this cow, or we're gonna kill it."
But also, I guess I don't really know that's true. That might just be one of those like
Urban
Tide
lore.
Pennington's
Yeah.
there.
lore of the
The
college.
lore of
They
Auburn.
can go down ramps. They
Can they?
probably it's not like the way that their feet are. It's probably just one of those things. Just like it's hard for them to like step downstairs.
So you actually
They're
meant
not
stairs.
like tiny.
Yeah,
like,
I thought you meant going uphill and downhill for some
No,
reason.
like
No,
stairs
no.
specifically.
They can go
Alright.
Because,
down.
like the cattle guards,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
ankles they get tangled up, they fall or whatever. So I think they probably could, but they're unwilling.
They're
Yeah,
unwilling.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're scared.
So they didn't want it up in the.
This poor.
They didn't
cow
want
is
it
up
in that
there.
tower.
And he's like, "Listen, I could walk down these stairs, but I'm just scared to.
Yeah.
I don't really feel bang."
Well,
That's it.
That was it.
imagine if that's what they did, like
was
when a
just
kid
scared. I was
didn't
just
want to go
scared
down
to
a
go
water
down the
slide.
stairs.
You know, like
Why did you shoot me?
yeah.
Yeah, either you go to the ground beef or you're going to the ground beef.
Dude,
Move it.
one of the other funny pranks stories that we have from Auburn is back when teams used to travel by train to play, they would grease the railroad tracks, and the train wouldn't be able to stop. And actually,
They would just kill people instead of cows, and that's funny too.
But the train wouldn't be able to stop, and so actually, whenever we would play Georgia
Ashton Kutcher
Tech,
walks out.
whenever we would play Georgia Tech, they would do the pajama parade because apparently they did that to Georgia Tech back in the day.
Yeah.
Where they were coming in the night before, the train couldn't stop, and they greased it so hard that it rolled like
Perfect.
2 miles outside of town, and the whole team was sleeping, and they had to just walk
Holy shit.
all the way back into town. And then we beat them.
That wasn't so
'cause they
bad.
were all
That's cool,
tired
yeah.
from.
I thought it was going to end death.
I know, right?
No,
Me
This is a
too.
lighter story, okay? I can't just have all death stories. We were
The
gonna-
first
They
one
had to walk.
ended in death.
They
The
shot them
second
all.
one was similar.
Yeah.
Didn't end in
death
death.
on
That's
the
good.
football field,
Yeah.
where it really matters.
God.
Gridiron.
God.
But that was a fun tradition to everyone would the night like.
Grease up the rails.
Well, we wouldn't do that because they didn't travel by train anymore. We would grease. We'd go to the local airport. No,
Yeah.
no, we would
And
just
we'd
wear
take the
pajamas.
engine.
We'd have a pajama parade.
Okay.
Everybody would wear pajamas, and all the sorority
Take out the
girls
wheels.
would use an excuse to just dress super slutty.
Of course.
you know,
Yes.
and then it'd be like a little bar crawl and stuff.
And now we're back to my kind of story.
like, this is what I sleep in.
Yeah.
Thongs are the most comfortable.
I do want to now picture like historical pranks and just like going back to like
Oh, yeah, we should find
Germany
an
and
article
greasing
about
up
that.
the rails.
Yeah. To slide off. Like, I guess you have to walk back now.
Oh fuck, we don't even have any shoes.
Our clothes are our pajamas. That's fun for everyone.
Yeah, it's a whole new pajama parade. That's for sure.
Did you guys get into any pranks? Were you guys pranksters at all?
No, I don't actually really like pranks that much.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we did. We did like a senior prank at my school
Your
Yeah.
high school?
where we hauled up onto the roof of the school a couple of old toilets,
Whoa.
which I don't know if it was really much of a prank, but it was fun to do.
Yeah.
It sounds dirty.
And then someone had to deal with it. So
Wait.
You made a mess.
Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. What did you do?
so on our school there was like
I don't know. I don't, my mind can't figure out what you mean.
yeah, so like at my school there was a sign on the roof that said like the name of our school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we found an old toilet
Yeah.
and we like climbed up on the roof and we hauled it up there with like a rope.
Oh,
and then,
I
like,
see,
we just
okay.
put a toilet on the roof.
I feel like that's like
okay,
a
yeah, that is fun. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
almost
yeah,
like
yeah.
an
yeah,
art
like
piece.
a janitor or somebody
Yeah.
had to figure out how to get it down. They had to shoot it.
Yeah, they had to shoot the janitor, yeah.
They shot it. They're like,
Turns out toilets don't like going downstairs.
Yeah.
So.
I had no idea. Who would know? Who would have known that?
But
huh?
there was another. We also had a fountain in our town, and for a senior
town fountain?
prank. Yeah, like there's like a park in the middle of the downtown, and for the
It's
year
just if that's your landmark.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
a few years
Let's go past the
before-
fountain.
A few years before for senior prank, somebody put like dye and soap in it,
Cool.
like dye to make it
That's
the color
tight.
of our school. But apparently it like broke it and it got so foamy, like the entire block was
Yeah.
like waist deep in foam.
Fuck.
And they were really pissed. They were like, somebody's going, and I don't think anybody ever got caught, but they were like really mad.
Someone's gonna.
You did
die.
thousands of dollars worth of damage.
They were suspicious of somebody.
Suspicious.
That's not bad though. I think that's fun. That's like harmless.
Yeah,
No.
it's not like we were like, trying to show up at teachers' houses or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I remember my freshman year of high school, they for their senior prank, it like blizzard there was really bad blizzard, and they got all the snow all around the school and fucking put it in front of all the doors.
Oh, that's
Or
cool.
did you go to school here in
Yeah, yeah.
Colorado?
In Colorado.
Yeah.
crazy.
I had a friend that went to like the like country high school, like it was like out in
County
like the rural area. Yeah,
We used to call them county kids where
Yeah.
we grew up.
yeah.
I
And
call him Hicks.
Bill Hicks fans.
Probably a good crossover.
Yeah, they
honestly.
smoke cigarettes for sure. They and they did a thing where they had 4 pigs and 3 cows, and on the pigs they marked 1, 2, 3, and 4, and on the cows they marked 1, 2, and 4
So they would keep on looking for
for
them?
number 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a whole thing where they
So they let them open into the school.
And
Yeah.
then they
Open
catch
up.
them, but then they were still looking for the other
That's a
one.
pretty
Yeah.
good prank.
yeah, because you're
That
like,
was good.
where the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Where did they steal? I'm sure the cows were probably like the livestock
on the
was-
school,
was
yeah.
stolen
Did they
from
kill
somewhere
them?
too.
Yeah. It went upstairs, unfortunately, number 3.
They just moseyed on up the stairs, and they were like, "Oh no,
Get the shotgun.
I can't get back down."
The kids had no clue about the incident that happened at your
Wow.
school, and
Yeah. So that was. Did you guys still have school? Did they end up closing down the
I-
school?
I think
Figured
it-
out
I think they got him out pretty easy.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Pretty
Well,
soon
it was like
start.
the rules. I think even the teachers there had like
They
big
knew
belt
what to do.
buckles and shit. Yeah.
And guns.
They had belt buckles. What is that?
Did you go to school where?
In Florida.
Florida, right.
North
Okay,
Florida,
okay.
Central Florida.
I was on the coast.
Okay.
Yeah. Middle, Tampa.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, not that bad. The thing about Florida is like how you were asking about North Florida. The more north you go, the more southern you get.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's
Oh,
the
interesting.
Panhandle's basically Alabama.
Oh,
100%. Yeah. And
We tried to buy
Monticello.
it. We tried to buy it from you guys a bunch of times. I say we. I don't live in Alabama anymore, but Alabama has over the years 2 different times they tried to buy the piece
Really?
of the Panhandle from Florida, and Florida was like, nope.
I didn't
I don't know
that.
anything about the South.
Yeah.
I grew up in New York, 20 minutes outside Manhattan, and then I moved here in college. And I want to. I really we've talked about like going and like traveling over to the South. I would like to experience it.
Well, I bet you there's
What
a
do you
lot of
mean, experience it?
spots that you haven't been that has the charm. Like Austin might
Sure.
be way too much. You know, it's not like as charming
It
as
wasn't charming.
And
yeah.
there are, I mean, don't get me wrong, the South has a lot of things wrong with it, but there are some beautiful like artistic communities. Like
Yeah.
there's some really cool.
the
some
instant
good food. right?
change of
really
like
good
also the hospitality. Like
Yeah, people are pretty
the and it's even if it's all fake, I don't care. But just the way that anytime you walk into somewhere, it's like, oh hey, how you doing? The second you walk in, when here, it's like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm trying to check out here. Can you
Yeah.
you have to like flag somebody down.
Yeah.
Yeah, in New York, it's like, are you gonna check me out or what? You
Yeah.
know, like that's there's just
got
like a
stuff to
different.
do.
Yeah.
I got shit to do.
Yeah, definitely a slower pace of life. in the South. It's
100%.
like-
Sure.
And like I feel like some of the stuff that happens in the South, people here would just be pissed. Like the way like at grocery stores, sometimes like the cashiers they'll chat you up. Like
Yeah.
if that happened out here, people would be like, "Come on,
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant by that
Yeah.
I mean,
how you
it-
doing today?"
it-
you know, and where
have to
from?
do
You
it.
visiting, you know, and then one of our grocery stores, they used to always have the guys that would carry the groceries out to your car for you. That was
Yeah.
like a thing, and I kind of thought that happened everywhere.
the special needs dudes.
But they were they're usually like young kids. But
Young special needs kids.
which speaking of pranks, that was another one time.
Oh no.
Yes, let's go. Turns out special need kids cannot go downstairs.
No, one time
Downstairs.
when in high
Downstairs.
school, as a prank, we went to this grocery store where they put the groceries in your car for you.
Yeah.
And we put like a fake dead body in the trunk.
Great.
And then we were like, just put it in the trunk. And there was like, we wrapped up like a blanket, put like red paint on it. And then this poor like 14-year-old kid, it's his first job. He's like, oh my God, I don't want to
He's
get
still
fired.
telling people that story.
Yeah,
He's still being like, yeah, one time I was putting groceries and this guy's there was a body and I just didn't say anything because I was like, I don't want this
It's
second
like
body.
how the FBI traps people, dude.
I still can't go to sleep when it's too dark in my room.
In retrospect, that was probably kind of a mean prank, but we thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
at
that
the
is
time.
actually hilarious. Though.
And it's harmless. There wasn't actually a body.
Right. You just
Well-
terrified a kid.
And I grew up
Yeah, just
also just in
PTSD for
the
that child, but yeah, uh-huh.
that is crazy traumatizing.
It would be very traumatizing to
Yeah.
be like, what do I do? Do I say something? Do I not say something? Are
You
they gonna
obviously
come
look
get
at
me? Are they
news
gonna kill me?
articles.
They
You're
know
like-
I saw it.
Did somebody go missing in the last
What?
like week of when
we
this
couldn't
happened?
hold it together. Like my friend in the backseat was laughing. Like I think he you know,
Yeah.
He probably
He
knew it was a
knew.
joke. Yeah,
Spilled
yeah.
the beans.
when we like couldn't at that point we were like, oh wait a minute, he might actually call the cops. Like we
It's fine.
should let him know it's a fucking.
There was somebody
prank.
on TikTok
Yeah.
that happened where she was like doing like some sort of like bit thing on TikTok, and she like wrapped her husband up in like or like it looked like there was a body wrapped in like a rug, and the neighbors called the cops, and they were like, "No, I'm just doing like a bit."
It's a prank.
That's
Your Honor,
but
I'd
that's
like to plead it was a bit.
that's
I
the
did it all for the
problem.
bit. Yeah.
And I have gotten now 5 million views on every single video that I've made out of it because I made 20 now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's wild. If you saw it, should you say something? Yeah.
That's the issue with those like TikTok trends and pranks and stuff is that like somebody will just run into a business and scream at the employee and then walk out and be like, haha, got him.
Like
Mommy needs milk or something.
at gas stations, like getting like a slushie and like throwing it on a
Yeah,
car.
grenades.
Yeah, right.
And then like being like, dude,
Yeah.
hugging, let's go, and like throwing out a bunch of trash. And don't you think that the employees are probably like, if one more TikToker comes in this, I'll
Right?
shoot everybody.
One
I feel
more
like one of the
phone.
first ones is when they would go in and grab the gallons of milk and just fucking
Oh yeah, like
Throw it into
gallons
the
of
air,
milk.
yeah.
these
Put
poor,
it in the
yeah.
ball.
yeah. Oh man,
That's
Yeah,
wild.
and
I bet
that
that's pretty satisfying though to just.
it probably is actually
the
yeah.
fire in the hole when you'd order in the drive-through and then you just throw
Throw it
the
back in.
giant soda through the
Well,
window.
it's the same thing as those janitors that are at these schools being like, great, now I have to go get a toilet from the roof.
a dirty toilet.
Yeah, because these idiot kids who are half of them are going to fail out of college anyways.
Yeah.
Now I got to figure out how to get this stupid thing out.
Yeah.
Not you. You didn't fail out of college. Relax. I said half, not you. I'm the half.
The universities in Alabama, at least a few of them, University of Alabama, not saying any names, very easy to get a degree from.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
At Alabama, when I went to Auburn, which were the better educational school. I remember you could get into Alabama with an ACT score of like 17. And I think you get like 10 points. For
Hell
just,
yeah,
like,
I
What's-
should have
putting your
applied.
name
Wait, 17?
17. Yeah.
They just let everybody in.
Yeah,
yeah.
That just means they let everybody in.
And I think that was partially because, like, for the football players, they kept lowering the standards
why.
so they
Yeah,
could
yeah.
get the best football
They lowered
players.
it so far down that it hit 17, and they were like,
17.
"Listen, this guy's
Which-
good," and he got an 18.
Yeah.
But
You get like 12 points or 10 points just for filling out your name.
have you
Right.
ever seen a
could
boy
guess.
Yeah.
run
You could go,
with a football like this?
you
okay?
could go like all C and probably get a 17.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't need a brain
Yeah. Not to
if
play
you're
football.
doing what. Yeah,
Not when you got an arm.
Yeah, not to play ball.
We'll teach you that stuff on the field.
Yeah,
Carry over into life.
We got nerds locked up in the back. They'll do
Yeah.
your homework for you.
it would be cool to also just in lockers. That's where they store them.
They put like the name of their specialty on the front. Calculus, physics. Like,
I love the idea of like them testing the football players, them being like, but we actually are smart. And the test they get is like, all right, so you get 3 field goals and 1 touchdown, but they got a safety against you. What is the score?
What is the
Yeah.
score?
And it's halftime.
yeah.
I think it would be even more simple than that. It would be like those things and be like, and then what do you do? And it's like A, talk to coach. B,
It's already multiple
Do what
choice.
coach says. Yeah,
call your dad. Sit, you know?
yeah.
Do what coach says.
Yeah.
Don't speak until you have your lawyer.
Yeah. Right.
We kind of touched on it with Glittergate, but one of our regular questions we do on the podcast
Yeah.
is, what is your favorite conspiracy?
Oh, Glittergate is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And
Yeah.
it's like fresh. It's
It's
new,
a,
right?
It's a new one.
Yeah.
It's a newer one.
I like this is sort of another deep cut, but I like the one. Have you guys ever heard the Beatles conspiracy theory?
Which one
That Paul McCartney
is dead?
died in a car wreck and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
replaced him with someone from like a lookalike contest.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot because it's just like very elaborate.
Isn't part of it because like he's the only one wearing white on
Yeah, there's a whole bunch
Abbey
of,
Road or
and
something
I
like that?
think I've heard that the Beatles like kind of learned about it and
Yeah.
then sort of leaned into it
For
because they
sure.
thought it was funny.
That's what those bands like when Pink Floyd heard about people being freaked out by backwards Like when you
Oh,
play a
records.
song,
The devil?
like people
Yeah,
started
yeah.
putting backwards. Like they put
they started
"Say
putting it
Hello
in
to
there.
Pink" for us and shit like
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah,
so when
yeah.
you play it backwards, it is there. But they
Damn.
did it because they knew people were freaking out.
But that's a common. That's like a common one, right? Where it's like something gets really big, and then the person dies, and they replace it with another person. Like, isn't that Avril Lavigne too? Like, that
Yep.
was
Yeah, I think.
one where it was like that she like died, and then they have like a
A
seven.
body double.
Yeah,
Right. Which
Hillary
I do
Clinton.
find interesting. Hillary?
Yeah,
That
Hillary
one too?
Clinton had a body double, right? Or there was all those conspiracies about her.
I've seen ones about Biden, and they like say that like they show how like his earlobe has changed, but like he's fucking 90.
He's
like
old.
his
Yeah. What are you
earlobe
talking
is gonna
about?
start fucking sagging a
Your
little
ears
bit.
keep growing, I think.
Yeah, right.
I do think it's funny that it's like Avril Lavigne, and we were like, oh my god, she looks different. And it's like she was like 14 when she started
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah, she's gonna look
And you're
different.
looking at a
yeah.
picture of a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you talking about? Of course she looks different.
Normal
Yeah.
aging? That seems kind of
Yeah.
fishy.
Yeah, let's get a double of Biden that doesn't know who the president of Israel is.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, if they
caught-
were gonna get a double, they would at least get somebody a little younger.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
A fresher
A
model.
little more
Yeah.
spry.
Yeah.
Some new batteries in it.
Did you see yesterday? Because they said like he was supposed to start a trial for because he also had unclassified documents,
Oh, okay.
and so they were going to start his trial, and the people in charge of it said that in no way can we try him because he can't even remember like when his son died. And not only that, he'll be such a sympathetic witness that he would swing the jury just because of how.
Old he is.
And then he did a press conference to like let everyone know that he was there. And he goes, they start talking about Gaza, and he's like, I've been working very closely with Sisi, the president of Mexico. And they're like, hold on, dude, like that's the wrong person to work
Wild.
with. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wild.
Yeah, he got really mad too.
He got really
was like,
mad.
I
He got
know what the
upset?
fuck's going
Yeah,
on.
so this one guy
Because
goes,
he doesn't want to be made fun of anymore.
well, yeah, but this one guy from I think
8
it was,
years of being made fun of because he
Yeah.
heard, I guess, more than that.
More than
yeah,
that.
he's also being put through elder abuse. I feel like,
Well,
But-
do you see? He had a good one. I don't know if you saw the Fox.
Yeah.
The Fox News guy was like,
he asked him how his
"Is your
memory is.
good?" He's like, well, it's obviously pretty bad because I forgot that I shouldn't have called on you.
Yeah, he did say that. He said,
Ooh,
obviously
what a
my memory is
turn,
bad because I'm
dude.
talking to you.
I let you talk.
I love
That's
that,
pretty good.
though. You
Yeah.
don't think like that's
Wait,
good.
It is
Biden
good.
Biden
Yeah.
is doing
It
crowd work
good.
clips now?
Yeah, that is crowd work.
That's not what we need.
Yeah.
Talks on
He's
the
like,
Fox
I've been
News.
watching
Yeah.
a lot of Matt Rife actually. So what do you do for a living?
What do you, yeah? What does your wife do? You married?
Yeah.
You guys together?
What
do you do for work?
Yeah. Damn it. Jinx, dude.
So what do you think, Lizzie? What is your conspiracy
You know,
theory?
here's the problem. You guys didn't tell me this before, and so then I didn't get to Google it, and I
That's okay, you can
don't
Google it
really
right now.
read conspiracy theories.
That's okay. It can be basic.
Yeah, you can also use.
Or you can just say you don't
I
have
think
one.
the Avril Lavigne one is the one that like
Yeah.
went to my head first.
Yeah.
I know obviously that there's
There's a lot of clone stuff out there.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clones
That's,
are
yeah.
good. Are I think interesting theories for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's I just feel like if that technology existed, why would you use it on Avril Lavigne? You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Just it's I don't know. I like conspiracy theories, but also it's sometimes depressing to realize how low critical thinking skills.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
This was fun until
Yeah, because there's stuff. Well, I mean, there's definitely like they flood the conspiracy theory market, I guess you could say, with stuff
With
like that,
everything else.
so that the stuff that is actually happening, you don't think about it.
Get in it, dude.
I love get bubbly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that's always the interesting part about it. Is like you have to jump down another rabbit hole to find out the rabbit hole that other people.
But I
have
do
been
love it.
living in.
I mean, some things that you could say sound like a conspiracy are 100% true.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I remember on the podcast, Dylan was like, yeah, the FBI admitted they killed MLK.
Oh yes,
Well,
yes,
it's-
yes.
they lost a
They
court
lost
case.
A court case.
But-
but it was
yeah.
a wrongful death. They didn't
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
say
yeah.
they did it. They just we didn't really try to stop.
They couldn't prove that
okay.
they didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they weren't at fault.
And they definitely were trying to get him to kill himself.
Oh yeah, they were
Yeah.
fucking with him hard.
Yeah.
They were
And
like
that all sounds like conspiracy.
they were
That the
yeah.
government was sending him letters telling him to
Oh
end
yeah,
it.
they would send him pictures of him with his mistress all the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, we'll tell people.
Yeah. Well, didn't they send pictures to his wife too?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were Yeah, they were definitely because they hated him. I mean, the guy that was running the FBI at the time was a huge racist.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was like, he thought he was, he was enemy number one as far as he was concerned. But
And wasn't it like the Gulf of Tonkin where what was the one where they wanted JFK to stage stage a false flag?
The
Bay of Pigs?
Bay of Pigs, yeah.
Guantanamo.
Guatemala Bay.
Geronimo. we joked about this earlier. We couldn't keep.
Oh, yeah, that was on the pod.
track. We couldn't keep track. Guatemala, Guantanamo, and
Geronimo.
They all sound exactly the same. Yeah. I do think that also conspiracy theories are a little bit more of a boy thing, and the reason is because it also normally has to do with some sort of history thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like history.
Well, and conspiracies are
boys
usually
just like history.
My
There's
grandma
sometimes-
was actually who got me into conspiracy theories.
conspiracy
Okay,
theories are
so
sometimes
There's
wrong.
outliers.
Yeah.
You know,
like majority.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
they're not always right.
Right,
you know,
right.
conspiracy theories and women are. So
Right. Exactly. And that's why we like true crime.
Way to bring
yeah.
us back. Yeah.
Maybe they have higher critical
Yeah,
thinking
we
skills,
love
too.
true
It's
crime,
probably
yeah.
a compliment that more women are into conspiracy.
Yeah.
No, true crime is also like, I mean, I think it's the thrill of it. You know, like listening to those things.
Oh yeah. I mean, and they're just they're fucked.
Dude,
Right?
it
You
is
watch
wild.
and you're just like,
Speaking
this
of-
is
we talked about
fucked.
this earlier. Have you guys heard about the alleged serial killer in Austin? Have y'all heard about this?
Yeah, the ladybird killer,
Apparently, yeah, they found like 10
What?
different bodies in Ladybird Lake in
ladybird
Austin.
lake killer.
And
Tony Hinchcliffe.
they're all. I was like, yeah, that was the first joke. I was like, are they all comedians? 'Cause
Tony's killing instead of killing Tony.
Because there is, are they all comedians? Because there might be available spots down there.
It's just
We're
an
such
like
assholes about just
roommates.
getting time.
it's an Austin comic that like
Yeah.
isn't cool with the new
Yeah, he's
scene.
got
Yeah.
personal beef, and
Yeah.
he's slowly killing him.
Dude, we were at a
He
mic.
just kills all the people as they come off of Kill Tony.
Yeah.
That's their list.
You won't be famous now, motherfucker.
Take me
people
less
to
than
sign up
60.
next week.
Yeah.
Eventually, it'll
I'm
just
gonna-
be me. I'll be the
Yeah,
only
right.
one.
I'm gonna monetize so hard when
Being
I'm
on
the
scale.
only one out there.
Probably
There are
that.
people theorizing that it's a
It's probably that Uncle Laser guy or whoever the fuck he is. Have you ever seen that Uncle Laser guy?
Yeah, I hung out with him last
Really?
week.
Is he
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
It's fun. He's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
He's chill though.
Okay.
He's like let's fucking hang.
Yeah,
like
okay.
it's
hell
yeah.
My first dog's name was Boot Scoot.
Boot
Wow.
Scoot. What you
Yeah.
call it? Boot?
I called it Boot Scoot.
Oh, you call it both.
Yeah.
Full
You went
name.
both.
Boot
Full
Scoot.
name.
Yeah.
All the time. He just thought I was in trouble all the time.
Probably, yeah.
It's like, why'd you give me a middle name?
Got really confused whenever Brooks and Dunn came on.
Yeah, booted. But it was like, am I? Somebody gonna hit me? What's happening?
That's a fun pet name. So one of my early pets was named Africa.
Okay.
And when people find out that I'm from
Okay.
Alabama and had a pet,
Yeah.
everyone always is like, "Oh, was
No.
it black?" I'm like, "No, it had a spot that was shaped like Africa."
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's
Like a
not-
birthmark.
It was a
Ooh, man.
basset hound. You know, they
Yeah.
have like it was white and it had a big Africa.
I thought you were
going
gonna say it was like a
Toto.
Toto looking dog, and Toto.
Oh,
Also, I
that's a
didn't-
good one, too.
Africa.
Toto,
Just
yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair, I also did not name it. It was not me.
Who did?
My parents.
No.
My parents, I guess, or maybe my oldest siblings, because I would have been.
You
Like,
would
it was
yeah.
the dog from when I was like age 0, and then it died when I was like maybe 5.
At 0, he was like, let's name it Africa.
That's my first word.
You walked up
Really
to the puppy and you were like, "I'm the captain now."
Yeah, we're trying to bless these brains down here.
But yeah, it's so funny. Whenever I tell people that, they always are like, "Oh, Alabama, you named your dog Africa?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
it's like naming your dog Brownie.
Yeah.
Blackie.
Yeah, well, Blackie's also one that I've heard. Oprah was one for a horse, black horse.
Oprah for a horse? Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get it if you win it on like a talk show.
Yeah. You won the horse.
Yeah.
I think
If
she
you
was
ever
just
seen her
black.
smile, you'd get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oprah does have some chompers.
That's amazing. No, I like doing. Yeah, I like doing the names. Well, I think I'm more into human names for dogs. I think
Yeah.
that's really kind of the
Yeah.
move that I'm gonna keep on going with, or animals in general. Because if I get a horse, I guess. But yeah, I have Oscar and Willow right
Yeah,
now.
your dogs kind of have human-y names.
So we did that because I wanted to do kind of like a little bit older male name, and then Jess wanted to do something that was
A free spirit at Sonic Bloom. Willow.
No, gayer than that actually. She really likes Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
Oh.
And so it's Oz and Willow in the show. So we figured Oscar nickname Oz,
That's tight.
and then Willow
Yeah,
nickname.
that is way gayer.
Yeah. And I was gonna say nickname Terror because she is a terror. They both are though. They're both just bad dogs, and that's okay. That's fine.
But you
I
love
walked
them
in and that
anyway.
dog was I mean, I do, yes, I have to for the next 12 years. They're 4.
Dude, apparently, did you hear they're coming out with a drug to make dogs live longer? Did you all hear about
That's
this?
cool.
Great. Now I'm just gonna have bad dogs for longer.
Longer, yeah. The FDA is like they're in the approval process.
Could they make a drug that maybe makes them behave? Because I would be fine with that. I would definitely be fine
Hopefully
with
it's 2 in 1. They live longer and also are more chill.
Wiser.
Wiser, yeah.
that. If I get a horse, one of the names that I thought of was naming it Rue. Well,
Like a sauce.
Yeah.
what?
A nice roux.
A roux, that's what
Like a
you make-
roux?
you make
Oh.
gravy.
So I was thinking Subaru,
Super.
and I would call it Rue. And then if I was at like a roping or something, they could be like, "All right, Lizzie Wolfson up next, riding Subaru." And they're like, "Is she gay or does she just looks like that?" And I'd be like, "You guess."
Keep them guessing. They'd be
Mm-hmm.
like, the judges will be like trying to figure it out the whole time. They'll forget to score you and then be like, all right, yeah, 10s.
Yeah, of course, yeah, right.
Well, and like, yeah, just having a Subaru with a horsepower of 1.
A horsepower
pretty
one,
nice.
baby. That's my Subaru, baby.
Good off road.
Little red Subaru. Or I also was thinking if I got like a gray horse, like a dark gray horse, I could name it
You're basing it off
Uncle
of color.
Polly.
Uncle, wait.
What
Uncle
was-
Polly?
Uncle
Yeah.
Polly?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like
I
the
think that'd be fun. Like
Yeah.
Sopranos?
Oh, I thought you were
Just
talking
Polly.
about. I thought you were
Oh,
talking
like the
about
bird?
Uncle Polly.
Uncle Polly, the
No, like
comic,
The comic.
quote unquote comic.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. No, I have to just do Polly.
Yeah.
What was Polly's last name in
I
The
don't know.
Sopranos?
I've never
Shore.
watched Sopranos.
Polly Shore? Not that one. No. Yeah, I would just name him Polly.
The
I wouldn't
Jersey
go
Shore.
Uncle. I would go
Yeah.
Polly.
Man, I completely forgot
What's his
about
last name in the
Uncle
fucking
Polly,
Sopranos?
the open micer.
Dude,
I
when he-
remember
yeah, go ahead.
seeing him a few years ago,
Yeah.
and for his like closing bit, he just like pulled out a dildo,
Yeah, sounds
and he
about
was
right.
like, "Yeah, somebody gave this to me." And we're like,
Walnuts.
Polly Walnuts.
That's what I would call him.
That's a
Polly
good-
Walnuts.
Yeah, especially that's a
Polly
good name for a
Walnuts.
horse too.
Yeah. And I just thought gray because like his gray slicks that he has.
Yeah.
That was the thought.
It's
He has
cute.
those little, yeah. I guess I said. Why did I say Uncle Polly? I guess it was probably thinking
Cast a
of.
spell on you.
Freudian slip.
on the brain.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, speaking of conspiracy theories, I'm sure that we could come up with a nice conspiracy theory about Uncle Polly. Like he's
Yeah. Well,
he's the
He
Austin
can
killer.
actually walk.
yeah, he might be actually. This isn't a theory, but when he tried to steal, what's the
Scruffy
He
Murphy's?
tried to take Scruffy Murphy's from Quentin Johnson.
Oh yeah, I
We,
heard that.
Dude, stealing just no offense to anybody who does that, Mike, but it's one of the worst.
It is.
You know, like
Okay,
the idea
yeah.
of swooping in on the worst mic, it just seems so funny.
But remember when we called him?
Yeah,
So we prank called him and asked him if we could get on the list early. And it was on the podcast, and I don't remember what
Did
we
he
were
say
talking
yes?
about. Yeah, he was like, I'll give you as much time as you want. Like,
Has
I wanna,
anybody seen him since that incident?
I don't think. Well, so maybe this is why.
You guys scared him off?
Well, at the end, he said the N word.
and he was
Perfect.
talking about
Eddie
Murphy, I think.
Was it Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, because you asked him if he's ever met Eddie Murphy.
I did, and he was like, "No, I met Billy Crystal." And then,
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
Well,
maniac.
good work, guys. You got him out.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You did
Can't
it.
creep people out with his weird dildos he's got in his bag anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told a whole story about Billy Crystal, and you were like, so like Monsters Inc. You ever see Monsters Inc?
What a
Kills
wild
it in
thing.
Monsters, Inc., dude.
Dude.
That was a classic recreational
good,
outrage. bit.
Yeah, Polly Walnuts, that's what I would have to do, especially after telling these stories. I wouldn't want my horse being like.
No, you don't want any
Associated with a
association.
creepy old
Yeah.
man. Which for those people
Your
don't
horse
know
has a
what I'm
fart
talking about.
machine.
Uncle Clive is just a weird, creepy old man that comes to open mics.
Yeah,
basically.
100%.
I think
really do
every
jokes.
scene has their Uncle Polly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
dude,
And
I
their
remember-
apples.
Oh, I offended Apples so man. He never came to my mic again, but I said something
compared
about,
him
'cause
to
he always
oranges?
wants you to introduce him as being on Howard Stern.
I love that.
And I remember
He
after,
called in. Did he call in? Is that how he's on
yeah,
it?
Yeah. So I remember after
To be
he went
fair,
up,
they do even have a song for him.
I said something about
He's like
it,
a caller.
just like trying
Oh,
to
he
make just,
consistently calls.
Yeah.
yeah.
So he forced his way into
He
Yeah.
squeezed
a
in.
show, and he was like,
uses
"This
it as
is a credit."
Yeah. But
Oh,
I
buddy.
said something about it one time, like after his set,
Yeah.
and he was like, he came up to me, and he was like, "Did I do something to you, man?" I was like,
Do you have
"Yeah."
a problem, dude?
Yeah, I was like, I'm just trying to have fun, dude. It's like
When
open
the
mic,
apocalypse
like,
comes, do you want to be let in?
yeah,
Because maybe you should think twice about that.
Yeah, Bunker Brothers don't do that kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Brothers. Oh man.
Damn, dude. That's wild.
Yeah, I forgot that he always used that credit. That's funny. That is a great.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
very funny credit.
To be fair, what's his name? TJ Miller. He claims that he only does movies like Transformers or Yogi Bear or whatever, so that when he goes up, he can be like, from Yogi Bear 3D.
But that's not calling someone
TJ
yeah,
Miller.
yeah.
But Apples, I think, isn't
'cause they're just
doing
funny.
it for that reason. Yeah, exactly.
Dang. I wish I could have a credit.
Yeah.
My
gotta
credit
call
is
more
just,
often.
yeah. Yeah.
Outside of Mike's, Jeff Stonick used to say, "Oh, inside here, there's a bunch of Netflix comedians. I mean, comedians with Netflix."
Yeah. Comedians with Netflix. Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not sharing passwords.
No, yeah.
I can afford it.
Yeah. With one Netflix account. That's what they have. Yeah. No, WolfHawk actually does make it easy because I just say, yeah, like people will just be like, oh, they run a comedy duo called WolfHawk Comedy.
It's a great
They run shows all around town under the production WolfHawk Comedy, like stuff like that.
It's a brand.
Yeah. And
It's also like
it
a
does make it easier.
You guys should make like badass patches. You know, like biker gang shit.
We have so
Like
much
more-
merch
more
that we have
comedy
not
packs.
sold. I'm not making another fucking thing until we sell some of the t-shirts, hats, pins,
Yeah.
and
But the hats have a
keychains.
patch. We should have brought you guys one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. I'll take a tea.
You brought gifts to my children.
Yeah.
For good luck.
yeah.
Glitter. Watch out.
Yeah, right?
No, it's not glitter. I would never do that to you. Okay?
Yeah, thank you, yeah.
But
Well-
now WolfHawk is starting a podcast. And
Yeah,
so
talk
we have
about
started
that.
our podcast and we are going to start launching it at the end of the month.
Hell yeah.
We recorded a couple episodes. It's been
WolfHawk Comedy Podcast. We're staying with the SEO.
Hell yeah.
We are not trying to fuck with SEO right now.
with the name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want everything to come up when you type it into Google. And it's going to be super fun. So that'll be another thing that we can bring ourselves up as. Not as fun as Yogi Bear, but
Not as fun as
No.
regular on Howard Stern. show,
Yeah.
but
that's so stupid.
a
Whatever. What, yeah, ours is real.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess ours isn't forced. I guess ours is forced because I forced you to do it. But yeah, we're gonna interview comedians and talk to them about the things that we love, which is comedy and the outdoors.
Hell yeah.
So it'll be super
gardening
fun.
and stuff. And probably when it gets to be springtime, I'll have like a
Little
garden
more.
update every week. You
Oh,
know,
A little more
totally. What, you're-
horticulture, a little more
Talk about
agriculture,
what plants are
Camping.
making it and are not making it.
Canning.
skiing, snowboarding, things like that. Yeah. Just the
I
outdoors in
don't
general.
really do winter sports though. I mean, I ice fish. That's about it.
Yeah.
What about you guys? You guys ski or anything? Y'all do winter sports?
No, but you could probably find a winter
y'all
sport
look broke, too.
corresponder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Get-
yeah. I just need somebody with money because winter sports are just expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how people do it. That's how people do it. It's expensive. No matter what you do, even if you have all the gear, just to buy the pass, it's
Like
expensive.
$600.
Even if
Yeah,
you just
dude.
steal the stuff, it's still expensive.
Yeah.
If you find it in a dumpster.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard it near me.
Should we go up to the mountains and go into the dumpsters? No.
I bet you there's some
Mountain
cool,
dumpsters?
cool stuff in the dumpsters
I
in
find
Aspen.
Like hotel
the problem-
dumpsters?
all the mountain dumpsters because of the bears. They're locked up.
Oh, they're
yeah.
locked up. Yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
But I do find a lot of ski gear just in dumpsters regularly. Like I have a whole bunch because I want to replace some of my fence panels with skis.
Hell yeah.
You know, you guys, you
Yeah.
see that in places.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cute.
So I have a little pile of like old ass skis that have come out of dumpsters.
Hell yeah.
You can make those like shots that people or those
Oh, yeah,
things that
shot
people do
ski.
with shots and go to
I
bars
saw a
and
video
just
on
sell them.
TikTok the other day, and everybody was taller, and this one chick was like short, and she looked like she was 90 years old or something like that. And they went and they did the ski thing, and she couldn't reach it, and it just poured into her face. And she's like 80, and everybody probably didn't want to do it at all. And everybody's like, "Oh, whoops,
Yeah, you gotta be similar
Grandma."
heights. You gotta be similar heights for the shots.
Yeah.
Real
She's like,
teamwork.
She has no clue what's
Yeah.
going on.
yeah.
She's just viral now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. But yeah, we're excited. We're excited to rock and roll with it. I mean, we have some episodes banked. We did like a intro to WolfHawk episode, kind of just talking about like how we started together and been working
Our
together.
lore,
So our
if you
short,
will.
Yeah.
The background.
the background. Well, I mean, and also just like why we work together. You know what I
Totally.
mean? Because it's not.
How we
It's
met.
not. Yeah.
We're sort of an odd couple, I think.
Yeah. Because he's gay.
Yeah. She's straight.
I'm straight. I'm straight.
You're like really. I swear to God.
I just punch you in the face, give you a bloody nose. I'm straight. But yeah, no, just like working together in general and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's good for people to kind of know what's up.
Yeah.
You guys still have a monthly right now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So first Saturday of the month at Rise, and we may get some other shows going. We were kind of talking a little before the podcast. I've sort of been seeking some venues maybe a little bit outside of the city, some of the sort of small towns that are close enough where it's not hard for comics to drive.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like a little different market.
Different scene almost.
Yeah, different scene, kind of a different group of people. And I think, like, as you guys probably know, like when you get into some of these small towns, like they appreciate it a little more.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
Yeah,
there's not
yeah,
as
they
much
enjoy
going
it.
on.
It's almost easier to get them to come out.
So
100%.
the whole town
It's the
comes
thing
out
to
'cause they're
do.
Like, oh, they came all the way from
Even if they
Denver.
don't care what it is.
Yeah, they're there for it.
Otherwise, it's like, what else are you gonna do?
Right.
There's like 4 or 5 bars in town. There's probably gonna be people there.
When
anyway.
you drive to Nevada, one of the places that you can drive to Nevada is so you can go like from here, you could go up into Wyoming and then go across 80, and then you go through Salt Lake City, and then as we know, Utah is very Mormon, right? And then as soon as you get over the border from Utah to Nevada, there is a casino like right at the border.
Yeah.
And from what I have always heard, that was like a Nevada, like, fuck you, Utah. Like, and
it's
they,
probably their most profitable casino.
because they all go over there.
Right, of
Because
course.
they
Yeah.
all go over there. That's why. Because they can have regular alcohol and they can gamble and they can do all those things.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. So they're just, and it's like, 3 hours away from Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those Mormons are dirty little
Far
dogs.
enough. It's far enough away where God doesn't see you.
No, you wouldn't see that.
Joseph Smith can't see you there.
Yeah.
God only looks over Utah. He has no idea what's happening in Nevada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bet like, oh man, it's like God tells you it's okay or whatever. You know,
Yeah. I'm sure
want-
there's something in there.
that was Joseph
wonder if
Smith.
they
That
just
was this whole
joked-
thing.
Don't
Like,
wear your special underwear when you go.
I wonder if they just drink Coca-Cola there just to also say fuck you to the Mormons that like
No
own
Mountain Dew.
yeah, they own like Pepsi or whatever, right?
yeah,
They can have there's something like that they like aren't supposed to have caffeine unless it's Pepsi. Like there was like, okay, so maybe
That's such a
why-
sponsored ad.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a
Today's
wild one.
Today's sermon's brought to you by Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Drink
They
up.
love Mountain Dew because I think it used to be that they were no caffeine. And
Yeah.
No
then
caffeine.
The Mormons invested so much in Pepsi that they're like,
we need to drink some caffeine.
okay, cold caffeine is okay.
Power
You know
of
what I
Pepsi
find-
compels you.
The power of Pepsi.
Mountain Mormon.
I do find Mormons kind of interesting, and there's a TikTok guy who is on TikTok, and I just said that, but he does like kind of like he does kind of like man on the street, but he's at BYU.
BYU. I've seen that.
Yeah, and it's very wild because he asks very simple questions, and these
Bring your own universe. BYU?
Brigham Young.
bring your own university.
Brigham Young.
Bring
right?
your own university because we don't sell regular beer here in this state.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like super Mormon school.
Mormon College.
I mean, but regular people go there too. Smart people go there too. It's a regular university.
There's like
And,
more men than women?
Yep. No, there's more women than men because
Oh.
they're all wives. They're all sister wives.
Yeah, 2 to 1.
Very simple questions.
You're
and
like, have you ever seen an R-rated movie? And they're like, no.
But they'll also ask them like, do you think it's okay for like if there's gay students to hold hands on campus, and they're like, I just really wouldn't agree with it, and I do think that they should get kicked out of school. And you're like, you're 18. What are you talking about? You're not a fucking boomer. What are you talking about?
That's insane to even think that like somebody still.
You can get kicked out of school for displaying
Yeah, BYU, they'll kick you out for like premarital sex. And
being
stuff.
a fucking homo.
That's crazy because at CU they'll kick you out if you're not a homo.
Yeah. They're like, you better hold his hand. You better hold his hand. I'm telling you right now.
If you've never had gay sex, you're a homophobe, and you gotta get out.
Yeah, you better get out of here.
You don't have to be gay, but you have to have had gay sex one
You
time.
better be fucking bi, okay?
Yeah, I'm
At least
looking.
be bi. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm looking through your credits here.
Before you
Let's get
can
to a women's
graduate,
studies class.
you almost have enough for your degree, but
You're gonna have to bend over.
You can be a top or a bottom.
Homoec.
But yeah, there's like, it is just wild sometimes when you watch that kind of stuff, because I think that living in Denver and being in the comedy scene, I do feel very accepted, and I never have to really worry about stuff like that. And then like that is a clear reminder of being like, yeah, watch out where you're going though,
Yeah,
bitch.
it's like 300 miles
Yeah.
away. It's a lot different.
Yeah. Watch out what gas station you get out
Yeah.
at. You know what I mean? There's still people like that who think that I should get kicked out of school for holding my girlfriend's hand.
Yeah.
You know? Like, why do you have to throw it in her face? Why do you just have to throw it in her face? You know what I mean? Like, it's just such a wild
Do you
thing.
know there was a real legal justification for when you kill somebody?
Oh,
That it was called gay panic. That if somebody was gay in front of you, you could legally get out of.
you could, you
You can get out of
court.
killing them because you were like, oh, but they were gay and it freaked me out.
Holy shit.
And
That's
it only
wild.
it
That's what
only
I thought you were
was
gonna say. I thought you were gonna say like because I've heard some people say it should like the same thing where like if you didn't disclose whether or not you're trans,
yeah.
and then like they freaked out on you, that can be a.
Yeah.
But-
That's probably the same thing, dude. If they're
Yeah.
letting them do that, like,
But that's crazy. Just
that's, yeah.
yeah,
and it was used multiple
That's some, like
times.
Matthew Shepard shit.
yeah.
Gay
You
panic
know?
defense. Yeah.
They
Panic
tried.
defense.
They tried to use it in the Shepherd case. And
Yeah,
I think that was when
they were
were
trying
like,
to say
no,
that
this
Shepard
doesn't- this
had
doesn't
drugs
work.
and he was coming onto him.
Yeah.
They were like, and it is funny too when like people in Wyoming try to like defend it.
People do that.
People do.
Why?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Because
man.
there was just like an anniversary,
underwear.
like a year or two ago, there was an anniversary for him of like when he died. And so then there was people, then there was like, baby boomers like in the comments of Facebook just going like kind of nuts about being like, well, you don't really know the whole story. And you're like, you hung him up and killed him. What are you talking about? That it was an
feel better about
accident?
Alabama.
Yeah.
It was an accident? Are you kidding? Yeah, I mean, Wyoming's fucking backwards as shit. But like, like
Isn't
it
that
is
crazy
one of those
though that
things.
it's that close to Fort Collins though?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like it's
it's
literally
an hour.
and it's literally an
Night and
entire
day.
different world.
Yeah, 100%.
You can feel it like literally once you cross. I feel like.
You touch
Yeah, yeah,
Cheyenne
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Gay?
You're like all of a sudden there's.
Do you
a bunch
feel
of,
gay?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
but-
okay.
To me, whenever I go back
Guyenne.
south,
Do you feel homophobic when you cross the line?
In
You're like, I
Wyoming,
gotta fit in. These are my people.
you know, I mean, I am from Pueblo.
banjos in your
you know.
heart.
Yeah, you are from Pueblo,
Yeah.
so you're like, this feels
It
right.
feels like home. Yeah.
yeah, whenever I go,
Cinderella.
whenever I go
Sleeper.
back to Alabama, the culture shock that I always have is seeing people that are obviously in the closet.
Yeah.
because it's like we don't really have them in Denver. Like
No.
if you're gay, you're out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then in Colorado, you'll see guys that's like, I'm a youth pastor at my
Yeah.
church,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, you are.
You're a flaming homo, actually.
Me and my wife are trying to have a kid.
Yeah.
That's 100% what I was thinking about because growing up in church, there's always those guys who are like, why are you here? Yeah.
You're still going to hell.
You don't know
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, right. Like,
You don't know yet, do you?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you think we don't know?
the
Yeah.
thoughts also condemn
Do
you.
you know that we know?
Yeah.
I'm not
mean-
fooling anybody. But
Yeah.
what a bummer. You know, for
That
them
would be a
though.
bummer, yeah.
You know
There's
what I
also
mean?
people that don't know.
yeah.
True, I guess, but
I
like
didn't know. for a
that's
long
like
time.
if you've never even had curry, how could you
Sure.
know you like Indian food?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you've never even
You should ask the BYU people that. Have you ever had curry? and then they go, "Oh yeah.
You should try a man's ass.
Are you gay? Are you fucking gay, dude? Are you fucking
My
gay?"
family uses spices. We use pepper.
Yeah.
We use pepper and garlic.
Yeah.
Shout out
Those
to the
are
dog.
holy. Yeah, dude.
Let's I want to tie this around. We're talking about gay, and we started with tomatoes. This was a cool and
Wait,
politics
what?
and all this stuff. You guys know this is a thing I heard recently that I was like blown away by. Do you know the Dead Kennedys?
Yeah.
Jello, like, was the lead singer. He ran for mayor, and he got third. He had like 9% of the vote. He almost won.
How many people normally run for mayor?
I think it's a good
3?
amount.
But he was
I'm
middle
just
of the
saying,
pack. He
I
beat
mean,
some
really,
other
when it's
people.
mayor,
Yeah.
I bet you for in a city
10?
like San Francisco, it's got to be decent.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
okay. So he got third. All right,
And-
I'm here for it.
He got a good amount of the vote. One of his pillars, one of the things that he promised the city would supply, was statues of the guy who killed Harvey Milk.
Oh my
And
god.
underneath each statue would be baskets of tomatoes, so that you could always throw
You could
tomatoes
always
at that
throw
statue.
tomatoes.
It was
That sounds like this is like a high school kid
like a
running
Dead
for
Kennedys.
president, and be like, "We're gonna have more pizza parties, and there will always be tomatoes here."
100%. He made one of the things he put forward was that all like elected government officials would
Have
have
pizza
to
parties?
wear like prison jumpers
Yeah.
as
Yes.
they went to work.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He had all, and he got like 9%. He
That's
almost
wild.
had it.
Wow. Yeah.
Damn.
That's better than because not to talk about the presidency, but
Again?
the Nevada.
Oh
primary.
yeah. None of these candidates
Yeah.
won.
Nikki
It's like-
Haley got 31%, and then none of these candidates got like 67%.
Damn, dude.
None of these candidates won.
Yeah. Oh man.
Which
I
is
love it.
great.
Yeah, it's so funny.
What a country. Well, thank you guys so much for having us.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Book
a
a
lot.
show. Just I'll say goodbye in a second.
Let's.
I got
Oh
it.
yeah.
No,
do you guys
not
want to?
not like my show.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me to do their show.
I understand.
I'm
Nice.
very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rub it in, why don't you?
Okay.
We. Do you guys want to plug the monthly real quick?
Yeah, so we're every Saturday, the first Saturday of the month at 7:00.
At Rise.
We have a show at Rise.
Called
Super fun.
WolfHawk.
WolfHawk. It's a 1-hour show, and if you come to our show, you can stay for the other shows throughout the evening.
So yeah, you can buy one ticket and then stay through the other shows as long as they're not sold out.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
A really cool thing they do. And check out. We'll have our podcast coming up soon.
It's
And
also an hour time slot, which is really nice because then you can go and do other things and you don't have to
Right.
like commit this like kind of longer because
Yeah.
it's in downtown Denver. So you
get,
could like
you
park,
get dinner afterwards.
Yeah. 7 to 8, bam, done. Get your laughs in, get your rocks off. Come,
Yeah.
go to dinner. And then also, yes, we have the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Podcast,
Yeah.
WolfHawk Comedy Podcast. We haven't decided when we're going to put it out.
Yeah, just look for it. Follow us on social media, WolfHawk Comedy.
You're starting to build the
Start
buzz.
dropping. Yeah, we
Yeah.
wanted to kind of bank a couple episodes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so we can have it coming out every
Instagram.
week,
I also have to
so.
figure out how to post. So that was the other thing. We like recorded them, and I just then had to watch a bunch of YouTube videos of being like, "How do you post this
Yeah.
so that people can hear the things that we said into microphones?"
Dude.
Yeah. What do you do? Because I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, WolfHawk Comedy Podcast, weekly episodes. We are going to start a Patreon. We'll make sure that we get your Patreon up there, Dylan, so that we can get you to fuck a whore.
Gold tier.
Let's fucking go,
Gold
dude. Yeah, donate $100 a month so that you can fuck a whore. We
Yeah.
just keep the $100 a month afterwards.
You're just
fine.
pimps.
Dude. I'm here for it. Listen, here's what we're here for. We like talking about comedy, we like talking about the outdoors, and we like getting these comics pussy.
Yeah.
WolfHawk Comedy.
Yeah, well,
It's red.
yeah. Yeah. We stole it. Now, yeah, you can't copyright that.
I just
Stolen
open up my
mine.
own brand, WolfHawk Comedy.
Do you guys edit the tape afterwards and stuff like that? Can you put glitter now?
Big
so if
time.
like when I All right, glitter. Bam.
Trust me, there's going to be glitter all over this episode.
The glitteriest
You can't see our
episode.
faces. There's just glitter everywhere.
Littered with glitter.
Yeah, dude. Littered with glitter.
Dylan, do you want to plug?
Howie's Rossin Lounge every Saturday. List drops at 8:30. Let's see. I also have Spirit Hound Highlands now. The next one, Kelsey Rosen's headlining, so come to that on March 8th. And Jocelyn Sharp's going to be on it too.
Dang.
Las Vegas comedian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not a prostitute.
Not a whore. Yeah, well, I don't know. But
I didn't say that. I said not a prostitute.
yeah, true. Yeah, good point.
No, very sweet. Also very, very funny.
Yeah.
She's been on our shows too. She's
Hell
great.
yeah,
she's
great.
The
And then
best.
March 9th, I also have at Howie's Lee Robinson headlining. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to plug on the 23rd if you want to come to Herman's Hideaway. We're roasting Ben Roy.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that'll
hell
be
yeah.
super fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
we're
roast of Ben Roy.
exactly.
That's great.
Yeah.
I
So
love
we're going
that.
to tear him up.
That's gonna be
Dang,
super fun.
dude.
Yeah. And he's, I assume, going to be probably the best one we've roasted so far.
Yeah.
Who else have you roasted?
We did Pete of Illegal Pete's.
Oh, that's funny.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a blast.
great.
He got so drunk. he like loved my sound effects more than he liked anybody's
Than everything
roast.
else. Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he at the very end he was like, "Sound guy, give me one sound you haven't done yet."
Yeah.
And I have
it's
Ollie-
The N-word. He's like, cut the mic. Cut the mic.
I have Ollie Kareem on here saying this guy fucking sucks.
And you did that one?
And he
love it?
held up the mic and just dropped it and walked out. It was a pretty badass moment.
Insane. I love that.
Well, that'll be super fun.
Cute.
That's right under my house too. I'll probably come check that out.
Hell yeah. dude.
Yeah, it is. It is a blast.
I also want to say, because you reminded me, March 15th is my 2-year anniversary.
Oh, 2 years.
At the coffee joint, and Ben Roy's handling.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Such a
That's
great,
awesome.
such a great show over there at the coffee joint.
Thank
you. Seriously.
That's going to be great.
I
With
wish
the
the
vape.
podcast we did there, it wasn't. It wasn't salvageable. I don't
Oh,
think
no,
so.
no.
That was such a good episode,
Yeah.
though. It was so
Yeah.
much
It
fun.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's great.
Yeah. So look
Thank
out
you.
for that.
Yeah. Thanks for having us on.
Hell yeah! Thanks for coming.
Check us out.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
Recreational outrage.